down trying to see what's going on. So anyway, all I hear is, man, this is man, nigga, yeah, nigga, this you or something like that. And next thing I know, the nigga say, man, I hear the dude say, man, please don't kill me. And that's when I look. And when I looked, I seen the dude shoot like 3 or 4 times, man. That killed the man point blank range, sitting right here, man. So yeah, it's crazy. It's like it really goes down out here, like right in front of you. And I'm just happy to still be alive, man. Go on, Coach.
You're just happy to still be alive. This is the life that you live, if you want to call it a life. And you're just happy to still be alive. In a filthy, disgusting, what some people would call, they use that terminology, shithole existence that I would barely call a life. Just happy to still be alive. You out there in the cut, on the graveyard shift, selling dope. Hanging out with people that, oh my God. You people that have watched my videos, you have to understand where I am coming from. And please don't judge this video until the end. Then you can comment as you see fit, as long as you don't defy my rules, because I'll just block you. Say what you want to say, think what you want to say, but I don't tolerate ad hominem attacks of any type. I don't. Because I'm going to keep it real today, as I always do. And it's only going to get worse. I mean, because to me, the answer to all of this is so crystal clear and it's so simple. It really is. You can't tell these people anything. I mean, that's why I started off with the video showing this guy. You choose. Today your life is a result of choices you have made and choices other people have made that have affected you. You choose to wear your pants the way you wear them. You choose what you're going to put on when you get up and leave the house. You choose the first impression people are going to make when they see you. You choose to alter your natural physical appearance however you may choose to do it. When you start putting tattoos all over your face and your body and everything like that and just looking like a freaking nightmare, you made that choice. Einstein was the one who first said, the definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing but expecting a different result. If you don't like the way your life is going, why don't you start making choices, choosing to change things about you that you have the power to change? We've all heard the serenity prayer. Lord, help us. Give us the perseverance to accept and endure the things we cannot change. The strength to change the things we can change, and the wisdom to know the difference. I know I didn't quote that right, but that's close enough. You get the point. Whatever it is that it takes to change the things you can change, that's what you need. And the things you cannot change, whatever it is you need to endure the things you cannot change, whatever you need to cope with the things you cannot change, that's what you need. And you do need the wisdom to know the difference. Any of these people in this video could change their life if they made the effort. First thing I would admonish you to do is take a good, hard, honest look in the mirror. Look at yourself, look at your hood, look at your life, look at everything you're talking about that's so negative, and ask yourself, what could I do quickly to change it? I'm so sick of hearing people talking about getting out the ghetto, getting out of the hood, when it's the easiest thing in the world to do. If you've got nothing holding you there, especially if you don't have anything keeping you there or holding you back, just get on the first thing smoking, head in any direction, north, east, south, or west, and just keep going until you are out of that nightmare. How could it possibly be any worse? The only reason so many people won't do that is because, what do they say? Wherever you go, there you are. And they know that wherever they go, there they will be. And they will not have escaped from the problem, because wherever they go, when they look in the freaking mirror, they're going to see the problem. You tried to leave the problem behind you by leaving the ghetto, but you look in the mirror. I don't care if you go in the most risky place in the world, you're going to look in the mirror and see the same person who was always the problem. So you need to work on that. That's in the category of one of those things that you can change. And you need to have the wisdom to understand that. You can change who you are. You can change every aspect of yourself that was not defined through your DNA, which would be your race, your height, your natural appearance. You can even artificially change your appearance. But the gold teeth, the tats, the sagging pants, all the ghetto attire and appearance, hey, if it's getting you someplace and doing something positive, constructive in your life, then keep doing it. If it's not, consider changing.
To the shot house, man. Just niggas vibing in the hood, man. It's a shot house.
Niggas vibing in the hood in the middle of the day.
6113.
What's good, my nigga?
My nigga.
We doing a job.
See, I'm pointing all these things out because, like I said, you're going to notice that these people in this disgusting ghetto all have so much in common. They pretty much all look the same. They all talk the same. These are things you can change if you choose to.
Little Toast, say something, Toast.
All you gotta do is just go ham, man.
What do you want to know? What do you want to know?
Just give us a little background history.
Oh, about this right here?
And as well as the current state, you know what I'm saying? How it is around here.
Oh, this shit rough around here.
Yeah.
You better not play over here. That shit real deal over here, man. Who that?
Who that?
That's a hospital bag.
Yeah, I just got to the hospital and shit. I ain't gonna let you see my name.
You hear that 5 times.
You know? Yeah, just got to the hospital though.
Before we go further, now when we talk about the things that we have within our ability, the power to change, one of the very first things I would tell anyone, and it's something you're not going to want to hear, and it's something that for some strange reason it's very difficult for people to do, and some feel it is impossible. And to me, that says a lot about you and who you are, and it is pathetic that you cannot do what I'm about to suggest. That you don't want to do it. That you don't have the strength to do it, and it ought to be easy. Oh, yeah, it's going to sound very judgmental, and that's exactly what it is. If you want to change your life and improve the outcome of your life, I told you one of the very first things you need to do is take a good, hard, honest look in the mirror. Look at yourself. Look at your environment. Look at your associations. Look at what you do. Look at what you do every single freaking day. Look at everything about you that has you in the rut that you're in. And if you don't have a solution and a way out, listen up carefully to what I'm going to say, because it works. One of the first things I would admonish people to do, other than to be honest with themselves, and what I want you to conclude is how screwed up you are as a person. Because unless and until you do that, nothing's going to get any better. I don't want you to look at other people, look at the environment, look at the community, look at the government, look at the politicians, look at the laws, and look at everything else and say it's messed up. I want you to find a way to look in the mirror and talk about and tell yourself and convince yourself how screwed up you are. Why? Because it goes back to what I said. Perseverance to change the things you can change. The strength of character to accept the things we cannot change, and the wisdom to know the difference. None of those other things you have within yourselves the power to effect immediate change on. The government, the laws, the politicians, the communities, the society, the world at large, fate, all of those things. The one thing that you have absolute power to change is yourself. And unless until you realize that you need to change yourself, you're not going to even make the effort. And why would you think you need to change yourself if you don't accept the fact that you're pretty screwed up? That reality check, that acceptance, that admittance of how screwed up you are as a person can be the catalyst for you to begin to improve your life. Now, when you realize and accept, okay, I'm a pretty screwed up individual. I mean, think about everything about you that makes you screwed up. Are you a productive person? If you're lazy, admit to being lazy, because see, you can change that, but only after you admit it. If you're a stupid person, and we can talk about being stupid because stupidity has to do with having knowledge but consistently making bad choices. Having knowledge but consistently making bad choices is what we would call stupid. That's how we're going to define stupidity. And if you've been stupid, you can stop being stupid. Okay? If you are a person who is not knowledgeable, you can become knowledgeable. Knowledge is something you can obtain. You can obtain knowledge. Libraries are full of knowledge. The internet is full of knowledge. Wisdom is something you cannot get in a book. Wisdom comes with experience. And so you can benefit from the wisdom of others by listening to what they have learned through their own experience. And you can therefore become wise even beyond your years if you would shut the hell up and listen for a change to the wisdom that is given to you, especially when it is offered freely, as it usually is. Knowledge. What do you know? What value is there in the things that you do know? Let me tell you something. I make a ton of money just by sharing what I know. But guess what? The majority of the things I make money on, sharing knowledge that I know, is based on knowledge that I obtain on my own. And I obtain it for free. And I often give it away for free. But when I put a price on it, I put a high price on it. And I get it. Because it impacts people's lives. It can change them. It can help them in so many ways. Okay? I have a paperback book that was in the bookstore selling for $19, which was about almost $10 more than a typical book that size would sell for. I put it on the internet, started selling them for $50, and to this day I still sell it for $50, and I get it. And I get a lot of sales on it. Why? Because it is knowledge that I have, that I share, that benefits other people. Knowledge. Something you can get. Everything about yourself that's negative, you can change. But you have to first admit to it. And that's why I have to go hard like this to help you to do that. Painful as it might be. But the real kicker, the real thing that people won't do and don't want to do and really don't want to even hear is this. When you look in the mirror and look in your environment, look around. Look at the people you associate with. Look at the people you have close associations with. And if they're in the same rut you're in, and if you're talking the same talk you're talking, and if you come to the point of realizing that you need to change yourself and do a whole person makeover, a personality makeover, look at your whole profile, and you want to improve it and change it, it's going to be next to impossible if you don't do the one thing I'm about to admonish you to do right now, and that is drop the negative people from your life. Stop hanging out with them. Stop associating with them. Stop talking to them. Stop listening to them. Stop sharing little war stories with them. Strive to be totally different than them. Look in the mirror and use them as a mirror of what you used to be and say whatever they're doing, you want to stop doing. However they look, you want to stop looking. You don't want to have anything to do with them because it's pretty darn obvious that they're going no place fast. And you won't go in the same place just as quickly if you don't do what I'm saying right now. Birds of a feather tend to flock together. Period.